Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything. Okay. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here we have a 10 of Swords. I feel like in 2024, a lot of things are going to be like kind of wrapping up for you. You know, I feel like it's going to be a period of transitions for you. All right, let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on. And please forgive my voice today. My family and I have come down with some sort of flu. Let's hope it's not COVID again. But I'll do my best to get through your reading today and see what we can expect for 2024. See, now we've got a 7 of Pentacles. All right, let's continue. A 6 of Cups. I feel like with the 7 of Pentacles and the 10 of Swords, we're going to be learning what things don't deserve our effort anymore, right? And that's kind of a harsh way of looking at things, but it's true, because here's that Knight of Pentacles that can see the benefit, right? You can understand that what you're doing right now is creating your future self. Whatever you're putting up with, whatever you're tolerating, whatever you're putting effort into, you can see what it's going to do for you down the road, right? Let's say at the end of 2024. So I like this for you. There's a 3 of Swords, a 5 of Swords, a 5 of Pentacles, and a Prince of Pentacles. So here we've got this idea of working through things, letting things go, clearing out what isn't working anymore to build up a new, better kind of version of our lives, right? One that's closer to the heart's ideal. The 6 of Cups down here. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot that we're just going to set aside. We're going to put Tiny Bob Ross right there on top. Happy little Bob. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but, you know, it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. Okay. If at any point during the reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, put that hunch down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise in intuition. All right. Okay, let's look around the room one more time, because what I've noticed here is that we don't have any major arcana. Okay, not a single major card here. So that doesn't mean that spirit is absent from the reading. No, it means that you're firmly grounded in spirit, right? That spirit is the table itself. Spirit is the support. Okay, your divine nature, your divine essence is what is supporting you right now. And that is why we can make these maybe rather difficult decisions. We can make these moves to kind of let go of things that aren't working and to embrace things that are, again, kind of closer to our heart's desire, right? So there's no major arcana. We've got some fire, not a lot of fire. But we have an ace. We have like the beginning of that kind of fire energy. Like maybe we're looking for that spark again. We're looking for that fire, that enthusiasm, that passion. We want to be interested in something again. We want to be fired up, right? So we've got our fire. We've got our water over here. We definitely have air and we definitely have earth, right? So the air and the earth, to me, are the kind of the more practical ways that we're setting about some of this other energy, right? The way we're actually trying to manifest what our desires are, what our spirit is telling us, what our emotions are telling us. Now we're trying to figure it out in a rational, logical way and start building toward that future. Okay. So we're going to start with the Ten of Swords. I think there is there's going to be a realization, I think, in the next few months. For every one of these 2024 readings that I've been doing, we always get a 6. So I think that this is really supposed to be the first half of the year, of the new year. So I think within 6 months or so from now, you're going to come to the realization that something needs to be done, needs to be finished, needs to be over and completed, right? It could be a relationship, it could be a romantic, it could be a platonic, it could be a professional relationship. It could be a family relationship. It could be a relationship between you and a lifestyle, you and some interest or desire that you have. But something needs to be wrapped up, you know. I think we're coming to that realization. Something's ending, okay? And not really because of any kind of major event. There's no blow up here. There's no tower energy or anything so disruptive. It's just kind of just a natural realization that, hey, this isn't working anymore. This isn't meant for me anymore, you know. Not through lack of trying, but just it's kind of a sober realization. It's not for you anymore. For some of you, yeah, this could be a breakup. Okay, it could be the ending of a friendship or a relationship or a job situation for you. Okay, and I think it's good. And endings are never really that pleasant, right? But with the Seven of Pentacles here, we're realizing that, yeah, it wasn't working for us anymore. Why would you keep putting all of this effort into a situation that just isn't going anywhere, right? It could be that professional relationship. You've been kind of busting your butt at this job, and it hasn't been getting you anywhere. It's time to move on from there. This could be a relationship that we've put all of our efforts into. You've done a lot to maintain this relationship. These 10 swords are all of the different efforts that you've tried, all of the different things that you've put into this, right? The 1,000 times that you've had the conversation, that, hey, we need to work on things. But it's not going anywhere. It's a lot of effort that isn't producing the kind of results that you would like. And those results seem to be just a very kind of, in a way, a very basic 6 of Cups. You're not asking for miracles here. You just want something that's going to be harmonious, something that's going to be pleasurable, right? That's going to feel good, that's going to give you hope and optimism for the future, something that you feel you can build on, right? And this is what we're moving toward. And in order to do that, we have to be very honest with ourselves. Here's the Prince of Cups in the kind of behind us, position. In order to make this realization, we have to know what we want and what we don't want. We have to be honest with ourselves. What am I really looking for in this relationship? Is this relationship providing me? Does it have the potential to provide me with what I need? If I put in enough effort, will it meet my needs? And this is also a card that's trying to live authentically. So this is a question: have you expressed your desires? We can't expect other people to necessarily know what we need at every moment if we don't say something. If we don't communicate in some way, it doesn't have to be verbally. But this card's all about the emotional communication, and emotional commitment, right? And I think you've had an emotional commitment here. That's why I think this is probably more of a family or romantic thing for you. I think you've expressed your desires. They haven't been met. And you're starting to realize that this isn't going anywhere. So why would we continue to put in all of this effort? Okay. The 6 of Cups is that kind of abundant love energy that we want in life. It's a 3 within you and a 3 outside of you, right? It's mirrored. It's your kind of your love, your passion, your commitment, your abundance of love energy that's being equally matched by something outside of you, right? So it's a relationship where it's reciprocal, right? Where it's balanced, where you're giving love and you're receiving love. Okay, this is what we want. This is down beneath the surface. This is, however you express this or whatever the particular details of this look like, this is what it comes down to, right? We want to feel like our efforts are being not only acknowledged, but then reciprocated, all right? And not only that, but you want this Ace of Wands up here. You want the fire energy. You want the passion. Now, this could be the creative passion. This is, the Ace of Wands up here is kind of telling me that when you have this, when you have the Six of Cups, you are intensely inspired and creative and enthusiastic and it's almost as if having this as a foundation allows you to then ignite this fire of, passion and creativity and all these things, right? So this is ultimately what we want. We want to feel inspired, right? We want to pursue our creativity. We want to have this kind of passion and confidence in life. Yeah. So I think that's the big thing that's to be expected in the new year. The Knight of Pentacles is looking ahead. And this was looking ahead at this situation and saying, well, this isn't going to result in the kind of person I want to be or the kind of life that I want to have. Okay? Because this is the energy that can see into the future 6 months, a year, 5 years. And you can see what kind of person you want to be, where you want to be in life, and then we can kind of reverse engineer that and say, okay, well, is the situation I'm in, are my relationships, my work things, my personal things, are they resonating with who I want to be in the future, where I want to be, what I want to be? That's what we have to ask ourselves. Is what I'm doing right now helping me get to who I want to be, 6 months or a year from now? And I think there are there's one particular thing in your life that the answer is no, it's not. Okay? The answer is no. So I feel like there is an ending, and you're choosing growth. You're choosing the right thing, even though it may be the difficult thing. Now, we're going to switch to the path of the serpent, and as I do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Totally free, doesn't cost you anything. All right. And leave some comments for me. I really do enjoy reading the comments, especially since I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon in bed. It would be fun to read all the comments from you. So the Three of Swords is, it's the memory, right? And every time we get this card, we talk about that, and it's the memory. And our memories can either do very positive, wonderful, good things for us, or our memories can be rather hindrance. Because this is understanding the process of creation on the mental plane. You know that what you dwell in, what kind of space you dwell in your mind, that's going to be the reality, right? So if we're focused on the negativity, if we're focused on the pain, suffering, sorrow, loss, trauma, heartbreak from the past, if we're dwelling on that, ruminating on that, that's where we're going to exist. That's what we are going to attract. That's what we are going to create and manifest. So the solution to this card is, well, trying to do, positive affirmations, positive visualizations. And that takes us, of course, right into the Five of Swords. Because the Five of Swords is all about the mental energy that is either being our thoughts, really, our internal dialogue. Are we focused on the loss, the losing? This is the loss from the past that we're dwelling on. This is us losing in the present tense. See, past, present. If we're dwelling on this is what we're going to have in the present moment. And in theory, what we're going to keep creating and attracting in the future, what we're going to build, right? The earth energy here, air to earth. Your thoughts become reality. Okay? So we've got to get out of this. And the best way to do this really is to just turn this card around, right? Put Spirit back on top. Let Spirit take the wheel. Yeah. Positive affirmations. Don't think about what you don't have or what you've lost, or the pain that you feel or have felt. Think about the joy that you want to feel, the love that you will feel, right? Think about what you want to attain, not what you've had in the past or what you haven't attained in the past. Yeah. Positive affirmations. Really noticing the internal dialogue. What are we telling ourselves over and over and over again? Right? And once we start listening to our own thoughts, sometimes it can be a startling thing. We don't realize how often we're kind of beating ourselves up. Or how often we're kind of in our heads and we're in this kind of competition or this kind of judgment zone, right? We're usually judging ourselves. I think a lot of the time we judge other people, but it's mostly a reflection of ourselves. We need to make our minds a judgment-free zone. We need to let Spirit take the wheel. Put Spirit back on top. Focus on those, if you're a religious or a spiritual person, practice those kinds of activities, routines, rituals, ceremonies, prayers. Do the devotional, make the offerings, do things in this positive way to try to redirect the flow of thoughts. Right? But first thing we really have to do is notice where those thoughts have been going. What is it that kind of is always coming back in your mind? Yeah. Because again, what we put our thoughts toward is what we manifest. The next two cards are all about manifesting. 5 of Pentacles. Well, the point of Spirit is down again, right? When the Spirit on the crown of this 5 of Swords is facing down, what we're creating is more worry, more loss, more suffering, more unknown, more anxiety, more problems, right? More problems. And that's really an easy thing to do. For whatever reason, it's easy for the mind to remember all the bad days and kind of, start to view every day as not really a good day, right? But we need to turn these two around. So I think as this situation wraps up, as we get out of it, as we close out this situation, we have to remain positive. We can't think, well, maybe I did the wrong thing. We don't want to start doubting or judging ourselves when this particular relationship ends. We want to start thinking positively about what we are going to create, what we are attracting toward ourselves, what we are pulling into our lives. So we just flip these cards right side up. We put Spirit back on top. We try to trust. We try to look at challenges as not burdens and inconveniences and just another opportunity to suffer. Let's look at our challenges as opportunities to grow, opportunities to continue pushing toward and building the kind of life that we want. Okay, so a lot of this has to do with thoughts, memories, letting go of things like this, right? If we put an end to this relationship, there's no sense in dwelling on it or ruminating on it. Let's start thinking positively what we want next. What are we looking for in life? What's our next move going to be, right? And I see with this 5 of Pentacles that we don't want uncertainty. We want a stable, obviously, right? A stable, safe, secure life. So we need to start doing things that are leading in this direction, whether it's emotionally, spiritually, financially, right? I think 2024 is going to see a shift not only away from this relationship, but toward a greater sense of financial stability, right? Independence even. Kind of securing your foundation, your life. Kind of in preparation for the next kind of relationship, if you're moving into another relationship or another job or a career. Kind of whatever is coming next in terms of the kind of water, energy here. But there really seems to be a shift on, I'm going to take care of my needs. I'm going to get myself situated and stable and organized I'm going to do a lot of that internal work, rather than strictly focusing on trying to make this a relationship work, right? For those of you that are resonating with this in a romantic way, it's a much more of a focus on self and your individual life, right? Because the Prince of Pentacles is the builder. So what you focus on, what your thoughts are focusing on, that's what this card is going to build, right? So this is too, that even in the Prince of Pentacles is air of earth, right? So the air is the thoughts, the earth is the building. What you think is what you're going to be building in life. So we have to shift our priorities, and I think that as we transition into the new year, I think you're doing this building from a much more like self-directed way. Yeah, much more of a focus on building your wealth, your independence, right? Regardless of what kind of relationships you're in, finding security within yourself, even if you're kind of transitioning with jobs, or if you're leaving a relationship and open to another one down the road. I think you're looking for that kind of internal security first. Yeah. Let's take a look at the mystery card. Let's see what that is going to provide for us. I don't even feel well enough to try to predict this card today. I'd like to maybe see some more either fire or water energy. Maybe the fire, right? Maybe the fire. Maybe a 9 of Wands showing strength. That inner kind of resolve and security, a self-directed life. Come what may, I am secure and stable and strong within myself. So I'm thinking 9 of Wands. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Oh, well, we've got a Knight of Cups. This is fire and water. This is actually the Cancer energy in action, right? Because it's fire, water. It's cardinal water. So this resonates very strongly with the Cancer energy. And I think this is really, in some ways, this is going after what you need and what you desire, right? This is taking control over your life. This is the strength to leave behind whatever isn't working and go toward your future with this kind of robustness, right? With gusto, with flair, with fire, with inspiration. Yeah. I like this card. I do. I feel like this is, when we think of the Prince of Cups too, it's almost as if you know exactly what you want in life, right? You have no problem asking for what you want, being open about what you want and about how you feel, and you've got no problem moving on when some situation isn't resonating with that, desire, that need. Yeah. So the Knight of Cups is very, very much ready to keep traveling. Has no issue with moving on. Yeah, in pursuit of what is really important to you. I like this. Good energy. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. I'm here every day from 6 to 8 a.m. Chicago time, rain or shine, in sickness and in health. I'll be here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out the channel. It's good for the channel. And leave me a comment. I really do enjoy reading the comments. Give a shout out of what country or city, state, what part of the world you're watching from. Right? Let's see kind of how global this community really is. Yeah. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.